Hi, good evening, and a warm welcome to all the participants in today's webinar. We do have members from various countries who are joining us here. So I think for UAE, it will be afternoon. And for the participants who are joining us from Sri Lanka and Philippines, it is good evening. So warm welcome to all of you in today's very interesting session that we are about to start. We'll just give a couple of minutes to everyone to join in and settle down, and then we will get started with the session. Well, I'll take a quick moment to check on the live stream because all of you will want to have the recording of today's session. So, for that, let me quickly check and ensure that the live stream is working fine. So, let me quickly check on that, and it is working fine. Perfect. So, that is something very crucial and very important. And that also, I think, is a good time to answer a very common question that is, of course, asked quite a few times in almost every session. And that is, will we get the recording of the webinar? And the answer is absolutely yes, you will get the recording. In fact, towards the end of the session, I'm going to share certain tutorials, etc., with you. And at that time, I will share the link of the recording. Otherwise, we will also be emailing the link to you. It is currently getting live streamed. So even right now, if you want to access it, you can do that. You can search on YouTube for GlobalLinker. You can see that in my name tag, and then you can see the live recording as well. All right, perfect. Now, before we get started with today's session, there's a very important point I wanted to discuss with you, and that is about how we are going to interact. I don't want it to be a one-way communication. Most of the webinars are like that, unfortunately, but we'll try to keep it as interactive as possible. Now, for that, there are two tools that we are going to use today. The first one is Q&A, which you can find down below. That is something that we are going to use for questions. So if there's anything which is not clear to you, if you want me to repeat something or you want me to elaborate on something, so for that you have to use the Q&A options. You can find it down below. If you're using your smartphone to join today's session, so in that case, you will find that in the function menu. So that is Q&A. And the other tool that we are going to use is chat. Chat is something that we will use for our interactions. So if I have to seek your opinion for that, we will use chat. All right. But you should also use chat to network with other wonderful business owners who are joining us here today. God knows you may be able to find a buyer or supplier in today's session, and it has happened in past as well. So it is not like I'm making it up. In the past sessions, in fact, two participants were even able to close a business deal during the webinar itself. And just imagine if we were meeting physically in a conference, then certainly all of you would have networked with each other. So why not do that? Let's leverage this opportunity, and you may be able to find a buyer or supplier. And plus the fact that there are participants from various countries who are joining us here today. So share a little brief about yourself. What is your organization name? What product or services you offer? What are the contact details? And especially if you have a website, include the link, so that will help the prospect or someone who's interested with you to stay in touch and understand more about you. All right, so this is where I think I've done enough talking. So let's get started. But I can see there are certain participants who have just joined. So let me welcome them as well. Good evening and a warm welcome to all of you in today's webinar, and a special welcome to the participants who are joining us here today from UAE, from Sri Lanka and Philippines. A very warm welcome to all of you. So this is where I'm going to start sharing my screen, and you may be wondering, like, hey, has started talking. He hasn't even introduced himself. How rude of him. But I am about to do that, and I'm going to start sharing my screen, and then we will do that. Just allow me a couple of seconds to start sharing my screen. And I'm not sure how many of you had the chance to attend one of my previous webinars. I prefer to do a live demonstration rather than taking the audience through a boring presentation, but there are few slides that I've created for today's session as well. So I'll not bore you a lot, but there are a few slides I'll just quickly take you through. But before I do that, I need a quick help from the participants. Any one of you, if you can confirm that you're able to see my screen. I've started the screen share. So in the chat, because I have the chat window open on the other monitor. In fact, I also have the Q&A window open on the other monitor. So if anyone from the audience can confirm that you're able to see the screen. Perfect. So there are a number of participants who are confirming that you're able to see the screen. So I can't thank everyone, but thank you to all who confirmed. All right, perfect. So this is where we are now getting started. And the first thing, obviously, is my introduction. So my name is Adnan. I'm Director SME Commerce Growth at GlobalLinker. And as the designation suggests, I had digital commerce at GlobalLinker, or my functional or my focus area at GlobalLinker is digital commerce. But in addition to that, I actively work on sharing knowledge or information with business owners on how they can leverage digital technology, or to be more precise, how to adopt digital ways of selling so that they can grow and expand their business. And so far, I have conducted more than 500 such sessions in various countries and had the wonderful opportunity of connecting, interacting, and discussing with about 12,000 business owners in various countries. So, that is a quick introduction about myself. I will also share my contact details with all of you, and I would love to be in touch with you. So, if you need any suggestion, or one thing which I will request to all of you, if you have created your online store and we are not sure whether you have done it right or wrong, or if there are areas of improvement, just share that with me. I will review it and I will share recommendations or areas of improvement, what else you can do to make it better so that you can actually start achieving the objective or getting results through it. So that was a quick introduction about myself. Now, before moving ahead, there's a small disclaimer that I would want to share. And because there are certain third party tools that we are recommending, so that's why it is necessary. So the first thing, and I'm not going to read what is written on the screen, but just for your reference, that the tools that we are going to recommend today, they are based on our experience. We actively use various AI tools, and they are based on our experience, but it does not mean that there is no better AI tool available than that. There may be a scenario, there may be better AI solutions available, but these are based on our understanding and our experience, and none of the AI tool has sponsored this webinar. So these were few things which I wanted to clarify. So let's start today's session. Perfect. Now this is the end of the presentation. I'm going to just minimize it, and I'm going to switch my tab and we will go to a browser window. Now here you will notice there are so many tabs that I've opened, and as I was mentioning that I love to demonstrate rather than to take you through a boring presentation, so that's what I am going to do. And I've conducted these sessions in past wherein we have sought experience or questions from the participants, and I also actively interact with SMEs, and based on those interactions, there were few common questions which were asked, and members were interested to have a solution around that. So I'll be explaining various use cases, and I hope, and I believe, not just hope, I believe you will find those use cases interesting. And after that, we will go through all these AI tools and how you can utilize those tools, what is the use case of these AI tools, and you will get the links of all the AI tools that I'm going to suggest or share today. All right, perfect. So let's get started. The first thing that you're seeing on your screen is actually not an AI tool, but a very, very powerful tool. And there's something which will help you a lot in using the common AI tools like ChatGPT or Gemini in a very, very effective manner. And this where If anyone who's interested to share, what is the biggest challenge that we face when it comes to using an AI tool? If you can share your thoughts in the chat, what do you think is the biggest challenge that we face when it comes to, and I'm not talking about very specialized AI tool, just common AI tools, let's say ChatGPT. Uh, with using ChatGPT, and there are now so many functions that ChatGPT can do, what do you think is the biggest challenge or biggest problem that we face? I can see there's a response from Avinash. We don't know, we are beginners. That is Dr. Shabir. Perfect. Any other from the audience? How to pay? Prompts. Yes, Vikas is spot on. The biggest challenge that all of us, unless you're a prompt engineer, then you are an exception, but almost everyone, including myself, the biggest challenge that we face as individuals is how to write prompts, because the AI response or help or the output depends on how good you are at writing prompts, and we are not prompt engineers, so this is where we struggle. And this is the tool that will solve a lot of that, and how you are going to use. So this is basically a browser extension. I'm currently using Chrome, so that's why I'm showing it to you on the Chrome Web Store. I imagine you have already guessed that. So it is on Chrome Web Store, so you can add it as a browser extension to your browser. And once you have done that, and in my previous webinar, a lot of participants were confused, like, how do you do that? So you have to just go to Chrome Web Store. In fact, I will quickly show you. So I'm just opening a new tab, and if you go and you can even click extensions here, or you can go to uh, more tools, and from there you can go to extensions, and from there. So I'll just quickly go from here, and this is where you have manage extensions. There are so many extensions that I have, and then here you'll find the link of Chrome Web Store. So once you are here, you can either directly open the URL, which I'm going to give you. Otherwise, you can search for keywords everywhere. And this is where you'll see this option. Click on it, and then obviously you'll not have remove from Chrome, because on my browser I've already added that, but it will be install this extension. You have to give the permission and install this extension. Once you have installed this extension, sorry for the fumble, uh, you have to just go to ChatGPT or Gemini, depending on which one you are using, and then you have to just refresh it, reload it once, and you will start seeing few options magically appear on the screen. What are those options? So here you'll see there is an option which says templates. So this didn't existed earlier, so it will start appearing. And here you'll have few quick action buttons, which you can also consider using, especially the rewrite one is very handy. But this is what which will help you utilize ChatGPT or Gemini. It works on both. In fact, just to show you and convince you, I've also opened Gemini. And here, if we go to, let me just reload it. Yeah. So here you can see templates, and again, we'll be able to access that. So it is available on both the AI applications. Perfect. So once you have installed this browser extension called Keywords Everywhere, you will start seeing this K icon and templates. Now, there are many, many uses or many, many activities that you can do using this particular extension or this particular prompt generator. The most common ones I'll quickly walk you through is copywriting. And this is where one of the participants in my previous webinar was curious to understand that blog or writing blog article is a very useful activity, but can we leverage AI? So this is something I just wanted to show you. So You have to select copywriting. So there you can see there are different activities that you can do from the category. So whenever you'll click on this templates, it will open like this. So it will be like this. So there will be three drop downs. The first drop down will be category, and this is where you have copyright, marketing, SEO. We'll go through all of them, and I will highlight which are the most useful prompts that you should use. So copywriting, the first one is blog writing, then you have book writing. I'm not sure how much relevant. Then you have content writing, which is a little bit relevant for us. Course writing, email writing is a very useful tool here. And then you have landing page if you want to use that, you can also use. So let's explore the blog writing. And blog article is a very, very effective way of creating engagement on your online store, on your website, and also to improve your search ranking, improve your visibility. Now, for that, obviously, every one of us is not an experienced content writer, and that's where we struggle. But now we have AI that can be leveraged. But again, how many of us actually know how to use it? So this is where we have a blog article. We have selected that blog writing, and then the third drop down is of templates, and that's where we have to select various blogs, post and title, description generator, outline generator. So the first thing that you should do is you should use the outline generate and blog post. So this is summer season. So how to I'm just giving a common topic to it. But for example, if you're into, let's say, cosmetics and you make a beauty product, then you can give it a topic that how to protect your skin during the summer season. Or if you are into exports and you are into, let's say, agri product like basmati rice or spices, in that case, you can give it any industry relevant topic regarding the basmati rice, its origin, etc. So there are many things that you can think of then which you can implement. So I'm going to just give it this particular topic, that is how to protect yourself from heat stroke. And we'll click on execute template. The other things we will just keep it as is, will not change. And this is where you can see it is generating the outline. Now this is obviously not the blog article. This is where it is just creating the outline. So the outline is getting created. We'll just give it a couple of seconds to work on it. And once it gets done, that's where we'll generate the blog article. Now, in case uh, you're wondering why am I explaining this, because this is something which was quite extensively requested in one of our previous webinars, and I hope and believe that you will also find it useful. So this is where it is done. It has created a blog outline, right? So the entire outline, this is where it is guiding, like how do you have to create this. Now this is editable, by the way. You can see there's an edit icon, so you can edit, make changes to it. And I would recommend that you should review it, and if required, make the required changes to it. And then you have to just copy it. So this is where you'll find there's a option to copy it. You copy it, then you again go back to the template, click on it, and this is where you will now use the generate complete blog post using outline, because we have generated the outline. Now we are going to generate the entire blog using the outline. I think we'll have to create. I'll have to reload it. I think there is some issue with the extension. For some reason, it is acting up. Let me try to open one more tab and let's see. It may be with this particular tab. Yeah, on this tab, it seems to be working now. Yeah. So sometime you may run up into this kind of issues. So we were trying to generate the entire, and this is where we have to copy paste. So we will copy it from here very, very quickly, and we'll paste it here. And we'll click on execute template. And now it will start writing the blog article for us. So you have to just wait for it to get completed. That's where you'll notice that the blog article is being written for us. So now let's go here and let's see if it loads up this time. Yeah, it has loaded up. So on that tab, let it create the blog article. In the meantime, we'll just quickly go through the other options which are there. So this is how you will very, very easily be able to create a blog article. Now, once you're done, you can even ask it to create a image for the blog article, and I will try to show you that. And there are other image generation solutions that are also available, which I'll explain. But let's stay focused on the tool that we are discussing. That is Keywords Everywhere, prompt generation tool that is available. The other options like blog art writing, book course writing, etc., I'll skip. The important one which I would want to highlight to you is email writing, which you can see here. And this is where one of the most extensively, which I personally also use, is professional email editor. And this is where when you'll select the template, it will ask you to choose a tone, which I generally keep professional, and the writing style, I prefer to keep it informative. There is a persuasive one which also works, but I like informative one better. And here, whatever email that you have written, you have to just copy paste it, and it will enhance it. It will make it better and more engaging, and you can simply then copy it to the email and send it. Now, many of you may be thinking like there is already AI embedded into our mailbox. We can use that. But I personally compared, this one is much better than what the AI does. The embedded AI is able to create. If you compare the two results, you'll find this one better. So that is the reason why I'm recommending or suggesting this one. Then we have marketing email generator. This is also very, very interesting. So this is where what you have to do is once you have selected the tone and the writing style, you have to select what is the product or service that you're offering and what are the relevant keywords. And then it will generate a marketing email. But more importantly, we have the sales prospecting email, which I think all of you will find very useful. So here, imagine that you want to send a email to me to offer your product or services. So this is where you have to input your name, your company name, the product or service that you would want to offer, and then you have to input my name, imagining I'm the customer, and the company name, and the outreach context. You have to briefly add a little context, like why are you reaching out to Adnan. So you have to just give that and then click on execute template, and the sales prospecting email you will get started. Just a quick second. I just saw the comment that you're not able to see the screen. Let me check on my internet connection. Sorry. It seems to be fine. Let me just do a quick speed test also. It is good. It is around 120 Mbps, so should not be an issue. All right, perfect. So going back to our discussion, I can see that one of the participant is saying to zoom in. I'm already at 110. Uh, Let me try to zoom in further just to make it bigger. All right. So coming back to what we were discussing. So, in the copywriting category, one of the subcategory is email writing, and that's where I've shown to you that professional email writer is a very useful tool that you can consider using. The second one, which I would recommend, is sales prospecting email writer. So this is something that you can consider. So whenever you are trying to send a prospecting email to someone, you can consider this is cold outreach email. This is also something you will find useful. And I think, again, we have some issues with, I think I've zoomed in, probably because of that. It is causing the issue. Let me see if our blog article is ready. This is where we have the blog article ready. Uh, this is where now let's go back, and we were at content writing, and no, not the content writing. We were at email writing and cold outreach email. So cold outreach email is basically a cold email that you're sending to someone whom you think is a prospect. And for that, obviously, you have to select the language, you have to select the voice, you have to select the writing style, you have to specify what product or service you are wanting to offer, what is the call to action. So, for example, you want to schedule a meeting with them, and for that, you can add uh, click to schedule a meeting, and you can use Calendly to help you schedule the meeting, and then the product or service description, and then the outreach context. Why are you trying to reach out to them? And then it will draft the email for you, a professionally written email. And there are referral email generator, etc., which you can consider using. Then you have marketing, which is the next category that we have. And this is where there are many options available. I'll not take up your valuable time there. One subcategory, which again is based on my interactions and requests which I've received from the participants and the users. And that is about influencer marketing. And that's where there were two common questions which were asked. The first one is how to find an influencer. And this is where I'll select find influencer, and just imagine that we deal in natural beauty product. I'm just adding few words here, but in your case, you should add more details about your business, about your offering, and then click on execute template. And this is where it will now recommend influencers to us based on the industry and brand details that we have recommended. So this is where you can see there is one, and it is giving two responses, and there's one influencer, there's another influencer, right? So I'm not taking you in the detail, but this is something that you can do. The other thing related to influencer marketing that you can do with this prompt is influencer outreach. And again, I think it has stopped working, probably because of the fact that we are zoomed in quite a bit. So let's reload it, and hopefully it will work. It otherwise, on 100% scale, it never gives this issue, probably because of the Zoom, it is causing the issue. So influencer marketing and influencer outreach. So you can input the influencer name and the product or campaign that you want to work on, and it will create the influencer outreach message that you have to send to the influencer to connect with them, onboard them, and then do the marketing activity with them. So this is in the marketing tab. There are other options also available which you can consider using. Then we have SEO, this search engine optimization, and this is absolutely useful. There are many sub tabs to it. First is keyword research. So for example, you want to create a keyword strategy, and you just talking hypothetically, you are a basmati rice exporter. So our seed keyword is basmati rice. We click on execute template. It will create the entire list, and it can create up to 500 keywords. What is the intent? And then you can fine tune it, research or refine it, not research, refine it. In fact, you can do a keyword volume research also, and then create your entire keyword strategy. It will create it in matter of minute. And then keyword intent. So if there's a particular keyword on which you can see on Google Keyword Planner or any other tool that there is good amount of traffic. So what is the intent of that keyword? You can understand that. Another very useful tool that you can use here is long tail keyword generator. Again, if we use the same seed keyword, which is basmati rice, and execute it, it will generate the long tail keyword. So it is easier to rank on long tail keyword as compared to the uh, smaller keywords like basmati rice. But again, with the long tail keyword, you can see the search intent is explained here. So you should be careful depending on the search engine, what type of intent you would want to target. You shouldn't be targeting like informational intent. Obviously, that will not get you the right audience. So it should be commercial or transactional. And once you have identified the long tail keyword, then you should also do a volume analysis. Like, okay, this looks like a good keyword, but actually, is there any traffic? You can use a keyword, but if there's no traffic, it is of no good for you, right? So that is also something that you can very, very easily. Here you can see within a matter of minutes, we were able to do that research. Now, in the SEO, we have e-commerce SEO, and a very useful activity that you can do here, and which all of you would like to do at some point in time, and that is description generator. So we all offer products and services, and for those, we often pay to content writing experts to write product descriptions or service description. Now, AI can do that in matter of minutes. You have to just describe your product or service, and it will generate a search engine optimize. It will identify on its own the relevant keywords. So here you can see it will identify 10 relevant keywords and add them to the product description. It will do all that on its own. Very, very effective tool that you can consider using. This is category description generator. If you want to add a description to the category page, the navigation pages that you have, you should use that. Then we have landing page generator, which is not of that relevance. Then you also have bulk title and description generator. So you can give the names of the product, multiple product, and it will generate the product title and description for them, including the meta title and description. So all that can be generated very, very quickly. Then you have local SEO and on-page optimization. There's also something that you can use. This is where you have meta title and description generator. So meta title and description, as you may be knowing, is very, very important component of your product content, although not visible on the front end, but it is used by the search engines to display the result on the search pages as well as for indexing your product's information. So it is a crucial piece of information in which create on our own unless you have an experience in SEO. It's for that, this is the tool that you should be using to generate the meta title and description. Perfect. So this is about SEO. Then we have social media, which is again a very, very useful area and where you'll find this particular tool very useful. First is Facebook. That's where you can create entire post calendar, which is something that very often people ask me that we want to run regular post or do regular post on our social media accounts, but we struggle to do that because it is quite an exercise to create those posts and then put them online. So this is where you can use the social media post calendar. It will create the calendar for you, and it can also create the post ideas for you. Then we have Instagram. That's where it can help you generate the post calendar. It can help you generate the Instagram reel script. All that can be done then with LinkedIn. And as professionals, a lot of us use LinkedIn. So this is where you can create an Instagram post, you can create a calendar, you can create a hashtag, connection message, bio message. If you want to improve your bio message, you can easily do that. So a lot of useful tools or day-to-day use tools are available here. And then you have Pinterest. With respect to YouTube, I'm not sure how many of you actually create videos or have a YouTube channel, but you should have that no matter what is the scale of your business. It helps, firstly, in spreading information about your business. Secondly, always remember human beings are visual beings. So no matter how technically advanced or uh, savvy we become, we will always remain visual beings. So anything that we can see, we will be able to relate to it. Images do that to a great extent, but videos take it to the next level. So all of you should consider having a YouTube channel where you can showcase your product or service offering about your business, etc. All right. So there are a number of things that you can do here. It can create the script for you. It can create short script, title and description. So a lot of time you may have created a video and then you would want to create a title and description. You can do that. And very effective tool, which is also available here, which I also use a lot of time, is the transcript to article. So where you can give a transcript and it can generate an article and then you can post that article embedding your video. So that is also something that you can do. And tag generators, a lot of time when we are creating the video, we are not sure what tags to be added. So that this extension or prompt generator can help with that. There's a productivity section also. So with respect to Excel, a lot of time people ask us that if you need help with Excel, so one is dictionary, second is Excel helper. You can use that. You can specify the problem that you're facing and it will help you in solving that. And then you have professional, where you will also find accountant, entrepreneurs, finance related. There are a number of options which are available. So business auditor, business idea generator, marketing manager, etc. So there are a number of options which are available, which you can consider using. But I hope you understand that one of the fundamental challenge which most of us face is how to write prompt. Because unless we are not writing the right prompt, we'll not be able to get the right result from the AI tool. We'll not be able to use the AI tool. With this simple extension, and which is absolutely free, you'll be able to do so much with the free AI versions. And by the way, my account is a free account. So this was what this keywords everywhere. Now there is this next tool which I would want to share and discuss with you with at little length. And I'm not sure how many of you have heard of this tool? Has anyone heard of this tool? You can write yes in the chat, and I'll know that you have heard of this tool or you have been using this tool. The name of the tool is Google AI Studio. Just let me know. I can see in the chat. So while you're responding, I can imagine that none of you have heard or used this tool. This is a very, very powerful tool. Again, something that you can use for free. Uh, it has many use cases. The first and the most impressive use case is the stream function, which you can see here. Now, using the stream function, what you can do is you can share your screen. And while you're sharing your screen, the AI assistant will be able to look at your screen. And you can then talk to the AI assistant as if you're talking to a human being, show them this is the problem that I'm solving. So, for example, you have an Excel file, you're trying to solve something, but you're not able to find the solution to it. You can just go on a screen share with AI, and AI will look at your file and it will tell you that this is something that you should do. So, that was just one example. Sky is the limit. You can even learn coding through this. It will guide you through each and every step. Or if you want to design a page, you are creating a content page, or you're creating a blog article and you want to do some HTML design, it can easily help you do that. So very useful and very powerful AI assistant that is available as part of Google AI Studio. This is absolutely free. All of you must use it. It will help you utilize AI in a much better way. Even it has a prompt generator which is available and which we'll see in a little bit. But this is something which I think all of us should be using if you're not using. then we are missing out on this. Now, the next very interesting thing that you can do, but for that we have to change the version. So by default, it is on 2.5 Pro, which is the most advanced and the powerful one. But we have to change it to 2. And when you'll go to 2, that is where you'll find there are Flash, Flight, and Flash preview for image generation. There's very interesting one. Now you will also see there are a number of other image generation tools that I'm going to share with you, but this is your personal image editor as well. And I'll show you. Just give me a quick second. Let me just upload an image from my device. Uh, I've kept few images here. So let me try to get one image. So just imagine that we have this image, this one single image, and I want to add it to my website, but I would want to add it with multiple angles. So you can see I've uploaded the image. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to ask it to create a different angle. So a create a different angle of this image and control enter or click on run, and it will create a different angle for you for us. So this is image generation. So a lot of time, and why am I sharing this? Because a lot of time when I'm interacting with the users and they are trying to upload the product, and especially they're trying to list their products on GlobalLinker Marketplace, a common uh, concern that they face, or the concern that they shared, that we have just one image and we want to list it on GlobalLinker Marketplace, but the criteria is minimum 3 images and we don't have images. So you can generate separate images, and I'll just quickly show you. This is the image that I gave it, and this is the image it has generated. But another thing which I would want to highlight, and for that, I think I'll have to zoom in a little bit. So if you look here, just look at the design which was there in our shirt, which the model was wearing, and look at the design which is here. Exactly, precisely the same. And this is just a side angle which it has created in matter of minute. I think it took 3 or 4 seconds to 9.2 seconds to generate this image, right? So how quickly, how easily it is able to generate that image. Now we can even edit it further. So if you want this model to wear a handbag, or if you want this model to wear a hat, it can do that again very, very easily. So this is the second use case, which is there, a very powerful, very useful use case which is available. So this can be used not just for image generation. If you want to edit the image, it can do that equally well. And because of the paucity of time, I will not be able to demonstrate that, but you can do it. Now, it also has a video generator here, and let's give it a prompt. Now, you can also animate your images. So we can give it an image and it can animate it. So let's try to do that. And otherwise, we can give it a prompt and it can think it is loading. So I'll not give a image where there's a human. Let me look for a product like was watch or bag. Bag can also be given. Let me look if we have a, because I remember having a smartwatch image. Let's not spend time. Let's use the bag itself. We'll use this image. Yeah. Animate the image, simple prompt. And this is where you can choose the aspect ratios. It is a portrait. You can even create vertical one, and the duration is 8 seconds. So I will just continue with that, and it will generate a video. So it is going to animate this one. We can even give it a prompt. So for example, the basmati rice example, which I was talking earlier. So just imagine that you're a basmati rice exporter. You want to create a small video of farmer cultivating basmati rice. Give it a prompt and it will create, and it can create ultra realistic. So those it will not be like the animated one. It will be ultra realistic video that it can create. So let it work on that, and we will move to the next tab. Now here again, you'll notice that I have the chat GPT open here. But why is so? Because we have spent quite a bit of time discussing about chat GPT, because again, this is something which is based on popular question. Because a lot of time when I'm interacting with business owners like you, a common requirement which is shared by almost everyone is that I'll try to understand why this screen issue. Probably my laptop is acting up, because the internet speed is typically, now I can see it has dropped to about 100. But again, this is good enough. It is around 120. This internet speed typically is in that range, so I don't have this issue. But it may be that my laptop is acting up. Or- So I hope it is clear now. So now, why are we on ChatGPT? So the common problem, which is often shared by members like you, is how can we generate leads? All these tools are very, very useful, and we can use it in different ways. But as business owners, one of the common activity, and the most important one, is to generate leads, find prospects. How can we do that? And there are paid solutions, and I'm going to share those as well. But can we do that using ChatGPT? Is it possible? Yes, it is. And I'm also going to share the prompts with you. This is the document. I will give the link to this document. You'll be able to create a copy of this document or download this document and then use these prompts. So here, let's use this prompt, the first prompt. This is step number one. And we have to just copy paste the prompt. And here we have to insert the industry. So food processing. All right. So I've given it few words: food processing industry in US, importing basmati rice from India. All right. And the rest is, you don't have to do anything. And then you have to execute the prompt, and it will start generating. It is loading up. Yeah. So there are various companies that it has identified, but this time it wanted to understand. It has given us two prompts. So we can select which one is better. So I think this one is better. So I'll select that. I'll prefer this response. Now we have to go back to our prompt, and this is where we have to now give it this second prompt. Now we don't have to input anything. We have to just do the copy paste. So it has done the first activity. It has identified few businesses that are importing basmati rice from India. Now we will give the second prompt. So now what we are asking is to expand, and based on the 10, the earlier identification it has done, find similar companies. So now it is going to find them. So it will again take some time. This is where you can see it has done that. Now we have to go back to a Word document, and now we have to ask it to or give it the next prompt. Again, other than the first prompt where we have to specify the industry or add the attributes, other than that, it is entirely copy paste. So you have to just go through step by step. So this is where we are giving it a prompt to understand more attributes about the various businesses that it has identified. Now, there may be a scenario that it may come back that I'm not able to search the internet, etc. So in that case, just ensure that this option search is clicked or ticked. Otherwise, it may decide not to do the search. So just ensure that in case you get that response, just click on it and give the prompt once again, and it will then start searching the internet. All right. So this is where, again, it is still generating. So this is where you can see there are various companies and what all it has generated. So it has generated the value proposition, which is there, the industry, the market, the target audience. So all that information it has created for us. Now, this is the fourth one. This is where we have to now look for individuals that are associated with this company. So for that, we have to again copy paste the prompt. Again, no editing required. If you want, you can do that. So it is going to now look for profiles on LinkedIn and try to give us the URL. So this is where you can see for the various companies, it is now generating the URLs like this. And if we open it, it will be the profile of a particular individual. And then we have the fifth one. So this is where it will generate the entire prospect list for us. The sixth one is optional. If you want, you can do it. Otherwise, you can leave it. And we will ensure that it is ticked. And now it will start generating. And this is the profile. This is the person that AI has identified as one of the prospects. And you have noticed that previously when we gave it the instruction, so that is where the search was not ticked and it came back with just one response. But if it is ticked, it will do that research. And now you can see there are so many results it has come back with. And you can change the numbers and you can do it more extensively. But this is a way in which you can easily leverage AI, but don't forget to use the search option. There's also a deep research option which is available here, and I'm not sure how many of you have used it, but it is typically more useful for individuals who are wanting to do some research. And in case of deep research, it will literally go through hundreds of websites and relevant resources and then get back to you with a very detailed response. A very powerful tool, especially for research, which is available, which would otherwise take us days to do. You'll be able to do that in a matter of minutes. So this is something. And don't worry, I'm going to give you all these prompts as well. I'll give you this document. Now, I did mention that I'm going to share with you few paid tools which you can use for prospecting and lead generation. One of the tool is called Apollo, and it has the various tools which are available, which you can use. So this is where you'll be able to specify your target audience, and based on that, it can identify the prospects and it can help you connect with them. So a very powerful tool which you can consider using. This is the second tool, which is Instantly, and similar to Apollo, they also have a large database. So this is where you can use the lead database or outreach solution of theirs. Both these are paid solutions, but you can consider using this. These are specialized solutions which are available for lead generation and prospecting. The other tool which I would recommend to you, this is again a tool which you can use for enhancing the prompt, and it has a very large prompt library which you can consider using. So, for example, if we are wanting to look for Chinese tire exporters, that we just copy the prompt and execute it in ChatGPT, and it will look for, it will report out the suitable exporters. The next tool which I would want to recommend to you is Perplexity. This is a great tool for research. So whenever you're wanting to search for something, consider using Perplexity. It will give you much result richer output as compared to a normal search. Now we are moving into the image editing dimension. But before that, let's go and let's quickly check what happened to the video we wanted it to create. So this is the video which it has created for us. Obviously, this was a zoomed in visual, but again, it is a 8-second video, just giving it image we were able to generate, and for free as well. The next tool which I would want to recommend, earlier it used to be entirely free. Now you get daily credits and you can use it. But again, the output is phenomenally good. And it initially started with this one only, social media post generator. Now there are a lot of things that you can do. Very useful tools which are available. One is obviously it continues to be your social post generator. The second one is image generator. So if you want to create an image, you can easily do that. I will try to show you a few images which I generated in past. I'll go to my images. For example, I wanted to generate an image of a handbag made of crocodile leather. So this is where it has created that for me. So there are many visuals that you can easily generate through it. So designer.microsoft. Another very useful AI tool which is available here is the icons. So whenever we are creating a presentation and we want a specific icon, you can explain that and AI will create a custom icon for you. So that is another invitations and wallpapers. I think these are very basic ones, but social media post is, and using social media posts, you will be able to create banners for your website as well. You can use that. Then you have Canva. Now, Canva is a tool which existed before the advent of AI as well, but now AI is available in Canva as well. So here you can see Canva AI. Using that, you'll be able to generate visuals very effectively. I had previously generated a visual. I am not able to see that for some reason. So let's create. Well, let's try to create. Website banner for a exporter of basmati rice. Let it create, let it do its work. In the meantime, I'll explain to you a few more tools. Another tool that you can consider using for generating images is Magic Studio AI Art Generator. This is more focused on uh, artistic image generator, but can be used in certain scenarios, especially around presentations as well, presentations, etc. Then we have makereels.ai. So this is something which you can use for generating reels. You have to just write a prompt and it will generate the reel for you. Then you have logic balls. This is used for generating the script for reels. So you can use this tool to generate the script, and then you can use the make reels for creating the reels. So both the AI tools can be used in tandem, and you can write the script and you can generate the reels. Then we have Flux AI, which can be used for creating AI images or creating AI videos. It has a freemium version, so you'll be able to use it for free for a certain amount, and then you'll have to subscribe. Then we have Hyper. So this is a tool which is very popular for text to video. So you can describe and it will generate a video, or image to a video. So you can give it a image and it will create a video, similar to how the Google AI Studio has done it for us. And then we have LensGo. So LensGo can be used to generate a animated version or a cartoonistic version of an image. So you can give it an image and it will create a cartoonistic image video for you. Then you have Decor, and this is used for creating AI avatars, which are very popular these days. You'll be able to create your AI avatar using this tool. Then we have super work. And this is a very much demanded AI tool. So almost everyone wants to have a professional headshot that we want to use in our emails, in our presentations, or on our profiles, etc. So this is a tool which you can consider using. You can also generate a video, but the most popular use case is to generate the professional headshots. You have to upload few of your images so that it can create your AI avatar, and then you can generate your professional headshots in different attires also. So you want yourself to be presented wearing a suit or wearing a t-shirt, you can explain it even a medieval attire, and it will create that for you. So very useful tool if you want to use it. And then you have Notebook LM, and this is also a very useful tool. So a lot of time as business owners, we have very lengthy documents that we have to review. And that's where, just because of the fact that we are not able to take out time, a lot of time those things are put on back burners. For example, there was this research report that came in, which was around the e-commerce market trend. It is a fairly long document, so I could not find time. So using Notebook LM, what you can do is you can, in fact, I'll show you how you will be able to do that. So you can upload the PDF document, or you can connect it with your Google Drive, or you can even give the website as a reference, or you can give a YouTube video. So if there's a very long video and you want to summarize it, or you want to have a summary, you can just give it to notebook.lm and it will do it for you. But on top of it, the magical thing which it does, so this is where you can see it. I've given the Indian e-commerce market trends outlook 2024, and I've given it to it. I've uploaded the document, and this is where it is asking me that would you want to have an audio overview, or you would want to have a mind map. Now, in the audio overview which it creates, it is almost like a podcast. I'll just play it for a few seconds just to help you hear. So this is a PDF document which I uploaded, and then it absorbed it, and then it created an audio explainer which I can very conveniently hear. So let's hear the audio overview.
Welcome. Today we're diving deep, really deep into Indian e-commerce. It's an economic engine, isn't it?
It absolutely is a fascinating space right now.
We've got this great Brickwork research report from October 2024, so pretty recent.
Yeah, it's packed with detail, market size, growth drivers, challenges.
Right.
So I hope you heard. So this is where, as if two individuals are talking, discussing this report, and they'll explain it in such a fascinating manner that you'll be able to absorb it, or you'll be able to understand it very, very well. So a very useful tool if you're someone who struggles with this kind of an activity, you want to learn, you want to understand, but it is all very complex. So this will help simplify it. All right. And especially if you have someone who is still in college, and this is something that will be very, very useful for them. All right, so let's move to the next tool. And we had given it a task to create a banner. This is where you can see it has created a banner. So it has created multiple options for us. So we can now use the Canva editor to edit it. And this is where earlier it used to create like static images, but now it is creating editable banners. So you can edit it, you can add your logo, you can customize the text, you can add more text, you can change the visuals, etc. So this is entirely editable. You can use the Canva editor and you can edit it very, very usefully. The next AI tool is text. I'm not sure for how many of you it will be relevant, but this is something which becomes very, very handy if you have customers interacting with you on multiple platforms. So for example, on your website, on your social media channel, on Facebook, Instagram, etc. So there are multiple places from where you are getting communication from your customer. So this basically helps you consolidate all of that, and it has inbuilt AI. So it has inbuilt AI agents that can respond to your customers based on the rules. Then we have Otter.ai. This is again a very useful tool which you can consider using. It will join your meetings, and it will then summarize your meetings. So you'll also always have the meeting summary notes available with you. The next tool is also a very commonly demanded tool, and this is for creating presentation. This is called gamma.app. And using this, you'll be able to create presentation. So once you'll sign up, you'll have this screen. I'm already signed up, and you can see I've created two presentations. So it will have these options. You can create it from blank, similar to how you create it on PowerPoint or Google Slides. And here you have created with AI. So paste the text, generate, or import from your existing ones. So if we click on generate, and we have to describe what we are wanting to make. So let's give it a topic related to basmati rice only. I've given it export of organic basmati rice from India to US, and it will firstly generate the outline. So it will not immediately jump on to create the slides. It will create the outline, and these outlines are editable. So you can edit. So it is going to create 8 slides, and each slide, what is it going to capture? So all that it has outlined, and this is where whenever you're using this tool, you have to edit, review the outline. And once you are done, click on generate, and it will generate the presentation for you. In fact, I heard somewhere that there was this young fellow, I think in Bangalore, and he started this business of creating presentation, and he was simply just using Gamma AI. It's AI capabilities to generate the presentations, and he was earning quite good money. He was still in college. It was part business that he was doing, and he was able to do that fairly very quickly. Now, this is where we have given it a prompt, and based on that, it has created the outline, and now it is creating the presentation. But if you have created your own presentation and you want to beautify it, make it professional, it will do that very, very effectively and in matter of minutes. So very powerful tool. Again, they are available on a freemium version. So you'll have certain credits which you can use. And once those credits are used, then you'll have to upgrade the plan. Uh, so this is where we have the entire presentation available with visuals. Nice. How beautiful, how engaging, and in matter of minutes, it has even included this created by me, right? So this is gamma.app, which you can consider using for generating presentations. Even in the free version, it is very, very powerful. The next AI tool is again very useful, especially if you are someone who creates presentations and you struggle with creating all these infographics in your presentation. So, for example, just to demonstrate how powerful this tool is, so I am going to just recreate. So this is where I've given it a input that for completing an online store, these are the steps which are required. Now, what I'm going to do is I will select this, and then I have to ask it to create an infographic. And you'll notice that it will start doing its magic, and it will create this bottom infographic is something it has already created, but I'm just demonstrating it to you. So this is one infographic it has created. You will notice that it will keep working on it. There are different layouts, different styles that it will generate. So this is the next one. If we don't like the bulb one, we can select this one. We can go back, and this is another one which is available. This is another one. This is another one. So there are so many of them which it will create. And you can see even now, while we are reviewing the various infographic which it has created, it is still continuing to create. So this is another one which it has created. And once you have selected a particular layout, it will also, so this is something which it had previously created, which I was using. And if you scroll down, it will start creating more. So this is currently it had previously created, and this is another layout. So very easily you'll be able to create these kind of infographics. Otherwise, it will take at least few hours to create something like this. You have to visualize, you have to select the colors, and these are all editable. So I will try to close this one. And in the previous one which I created, so you can edit anything. You can change the icon it has used to, you can change the text which is there, and when you are downloading, you again get multiple options. You can download it as PNG, SVG. I prefer to download it as PNG. You can have a light background, a dark background. So if you want to have a blank background, you can do that. You can even turn off background, so it will be a transparent image which will get generated. And if you want the resolution to be higher, so I typically download at 2x. You can even go to 3x, and you can even change the orientation of the image. So you can change it from 1:1 to 16:9 or 4:5. So that can be done very, very easily. So this is another very useful tool which you can consider using. And then we have Hagen. So Hagen is your AI video generator. So you may have seen a lot of influencers have created their own AI avatars, and using those AI avatars, they are creating the videos. So this is the tool which is used for doing that. Again, it is a paid tool with a free version. Now, that is where you'll be able to create the video using your AI avatar, but you'll need your voice as well. So that's where this tool, which is called 11 Labs, it comes in. So it is basically a text to speech tool, which allows you to generate audio based on the text, but it also has the voice cloning feature. So you have to give your voice input to it, and it will clone your voice, and then you'll be able to generate the audio in your voice as well. Now, using the audio and in conjunction with Hagen, you'll be able to create your own AI avatar video, which will look ultra realistic, but it will be your AI avatar and your clone voice. Now, this is the last tool, which not the last tool. This is a encyclopedia. This is called Futurepedia, because there are so many AI tools, and the newer ones are getting added every moment. So this is a place where you'll find, this is a repository of the various AI tools which are there. So at any given point in time, if you want to look for a particular AI tool for a particular use case, you can just come here. This is called Futurepedia, and this is where you'll find the various AI tools which can be used for various purposes, right? There are literally thousands and thousands of such AI tools which are available, which you can consider using. Perfect. So this is where I'll turn off the screen share, and we'll then break into the question answer round. I can see there is a question. Would you share the list of these AI tools? Yes, certainly I will do that. Why would I not do that? But let me quickly do that. But before that, let me share my contact details as well. In the meantime, if there are any questions, anything which you would want to discuss and understand, please add that in the Q&A. Mr. Vikas is asking for the lead generation prompt. Yes, of course, I will share all of that, all the AI tools and all the prompts that I've shown in today's webinar. I am going to share all of that with everyone. And in fact, you will also find the list. You'll get the recording. So I am going to add this in the recording as well. I'm just trying to share the links. My laptop is acting up, so just allow me few seconds and I will share. All right, so I've shared the links, and in one of my previous webinars, it had happened that the audience were not able to copy the links from the chat. So don't worry, you will get the recording of today's webinar. And in the description of the recording, I will add the links to all these tools. I am, in fact, sharing the webinar recording link. The first question was around the links to the AI tool. The second question is around Perplexity. Yes, it is free. Lead generation prompt I have shared. Next question is from Mr. Vishwanath. So Mr. Vishwanath, and this for everyone who joined in late, yes, you will get the recording. In fact, I've just chatted the link of the recording and the email ID which I've used to join today's session. On that email ID, we will be sharing the recording of today's session. Next question, which I can see is from Avinash, and his question is around the data security. So that is where I would not recommend to share any confidential data with AI. So if you have personal or confidential visuals that you want to edit, then do it using offline tool. Don't use the AI tools. And regarding the Excel file, etc. So that's where if it is a confidential data, then instead of uploading the Excel file onto the AI, you can use Google AI Studio and get on a screen share and just ask for the solution. It will provide you the solution, and then you can utilize it. So that's where your confidentiality will not be compromised because there's no record of the screen share which it keeps, and you can avoid. So, but in other cases, you can, if it is not a confidential data, then you can certainly use it. Yes, got that confidentiality issue always remain. In fact, most of the AI tools, they clearly mention that this information may be used for enhancing. So that's where you should not be adding any confidential information or sharing any confidential information with the AI. All right. Any other question from any other participant? Uh, I can see there is a question uh, by Murli Sharma in Google AI Studio. Yes, there are different versions which are available, which you have to use, and there are different use which are allowed. So in the free version, there are certain number of uses that you can use it, and after that, it is there even on ChatGPT. There are certain functions which will stop working. For example, search is a premium function, but it is available for certain number of users, and after that, it will stop working. It will ask you to upgrade. Similar is the case with Google AI Studio, but it gets reset every day. You'll be able to use that fairly extensively. In fact, we are able to use it quite extensively. Okay, so Stella, you're not able to copy the links. So I will add that. So once I end the webinar, I'll not be able to do that right now because it is live, getting live stream. So I'll not be able to make any modifications to the live stream. So once we end the webinar, I will add the links to the description and you can copy it from there. All right, so everyone who's not able to copy the links, we will be adding it to the live stream's description. From there, you'll be able to copy and you'll get the live streams or the webinar recording in your email. So the email ID that you have used to join today's webinar, on the same email ID, we will be emailing it to you. You can get it there. Perfect. So any other question from the audience before we conclude the session, like the last question before we conclude the session? So I don't see any other question. And once again, for the participants who are not able to copy the links from the chat, don't worry. Uh, we will be emailing to you the recording in the description of that video. It will be a YouTube video. In the description of that video, I will add all these links. And in case you are getting worried, like, what if I don't get the email? So just go to YouTube, search for GlobalLinker, and that's where in the live stream section, you will find the recording of this video, and you can find the links there. Perfect. So, and you have my email ID. I've shared my email ID in the chat. So if any one of you is not able to get the links, then just drop an email to me. Even in the previous webinar, it happened. A few of the participants didn't get the link. I'm going to share my contact details once again. Drop me an email and I'll share it with you personally. Let me share my contact details once again in the chat. All right, perfect. So this is where we'll conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for your valuable time. I hope you found the session informative, and I look forward to meeting you in my next webinar and also interacting with you personally. So thank you everyone.